Most of us think compulsively all the time. That is to say, we talk to ourselves. If I talk all the time, I don't hear what anyone else has to say. If I think all the time, that is to say, if I talk to myself all the time, I don't have anything to think about except thoughts. And therefore, I'm living entirely in the world of symbols. Therefore, if you meditate for an ulterior motive, that is to say, to improve your mind, to improve your character, to be more efficient in life, you've got your eye on the future and you are not meditating. Well, meditation, when correctly done, has nothing to do with all that. It's a kind of digging the present. It's a kind of grooving with the eternal now. The place where it's at is simply here and now. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum and buzz of the world as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrums. It's all just sound. And if I am talking to you right now and you're doing this, don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand everything. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, thoughts, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, just as you would be listening to the sound of my voice, or just as you would be listening to cars going by or to birds chattering outside the window. So look at your own thoughts as just noises. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together. They are a happening. Your thoughts are a happening, just like the sounds going on outside. And everything is simply a happening, and all you're doing is watching it. It's all just sound. The place where it's at is simply here and now.
What is going on, guys? Evan Aldo here. Welcome to the 100K Bitcoin live stream. How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing well. So ultimately, when we look at what's happening right now, it doesn't show it, but I did make a lot more than $600 off this Bitcoin long that I probably wouldn't be a terrible idea to close out right now. Look at this funding rate. So generally, it's pretty rare you see funding rates this high. Generally, we need to come down to clean out the market when you do see that. And let's just put this right here so y'all can't see my stop losses. And yeah. So yeah, what's up, French Toaster? Oh, that didn't go through. The weird. Okay. I don't see that in my chat. That's weird. Oh, did I? Oh, my thing. Hold on. What? I had the social stream up. Oh, it must have crashed. It must have crashed. Okay. What's up, French Toaster? Good morning. Good morning. I think it'll work now. Anyway. So, yeah. Should be going good. Anyway, let's get into analysis. Happy 100K is pretty crazy. Kind of surreal to see in some ways. You know, I mean, before we even get into analysis, I just wanted to show you CNBC front page is like, you know, all about Bitcoin right now, which, what's up, Johnny? Did that go? Okay, yeah, that one went through. That one went through. Good, good. So yeah, Bitcoin pulling back. Yeah, I mean, you could see the ETH short. I'm not going to tell you the stop loss or the first take profit, but you could see the ETH short. Oh, what's up, French Toaster? Shout out to French Toaster. Hope you do well. Yeah, a lot of people are getting into the game, especially for buying alts right now. You know, I think that if history repeats, the next 4 weeks is really the last chance to get into alts. I think really the perfect time if history repeats. Maybe it doesn't, but I think it will. We'll look at MicroStrategy. I think yields are down too. What are food prices down? At the highest levels, okay, then will get more expensive. Oh yeah, yeah, you can totally predict the future, CNBC. Yeah, plain oil, beef, oh, of course, everything that's good for you will get more expensive. But let's see here. Let's talk about it. So yeah, I could see a potentially, you know, retest of 98. You know, I don't know. Maybe it really depends what's enough to scare people away. I mean, the big scene of the crime is going to be around 98 and then maybe continue to 105 and then hopefully 112. Now, Bitcoin has taken the wheel at least a little bit because Bitcoin dominance has jumped up. Now it's coming back down. I wouldn't fade the Bitcoin dominance rally as we've seen in previous, you know, as we saw in the 4-year cycle. This did not top out until the end of December here. Where are we right now? We would be around, I would say that December 7th. So see, you had that drop down end of November, then you kind of recovered. So that was November 23rd. Okay, so right around there. So we're a little late. So maybe even beginning of January, you see that top out. It could jump back up. It's hard to say. But I think Bitcoin will take the wheel for up to 4 more weeks, you know, this month maybe. But this easily could have bottomed out. So I think the DCA from whatever, USD to ETH, Bitcoin to ETH, whatever to ETH and alts makes the most sense over the next 4 weeks. If you already have all that you want to have for crypto, that's cool too. So yeah. What's up, Dr. Stone? What's up, guys? What's up, homies? Long from... I mean, with these funding rates, I don't know if I'd be entering a long. I already have a long in. I mean, you could maybe add to that. I mean, I took a lot of profits on this one. You can maybe add to that, double that, risk-free. But yeah, what's up, Dr. Stone? Appreciate you, long-time follower. Appreciate you, French Toaster. Hola. But yeah. I mean, just looking at a few things here, Crypto.com trying to come up, Algorand coming down a little bit, but up to 60 cents. So we're in the midst of things. I mean, this is like the start of it where things started to kind of get crazy and then they kind of continued. So, you know, you compare it to like December of 2020, you still had more to go. I think it's going to be more elongated over the year, over 2025. I don't think it's going to be straight up where most of your eggs are already, you know, hatched by March. I think it's going to take a little bit longer, hopefully. But either way, I mean, yeah, you had here and then back down to $1. So, you know, for Cardano, for example. Matic, I think I should be looking at the Polygon chart, I guess, but I like the longer chart there coming up. So, yeah, I mean, like I mentioned, things are hitting big points. I could see alts correcting a little bit while Bitcoin kind of stays sideways over the next few weeks, maybe. Maybe, just maybe, if you want to see something really crazy happen, you probably, if you want ETH to go lower there, if you want Bitcoin dominance to come all the way back up and make a higher high, 62%, you're seeing Bitcoin go up to 120, 130 while alts don't do anything. That's what you're probably seeing that scenario. The other scenario for that would probably be just the market corrects and alts correct worse than, than Bitcoin. What's up, Toaster? French Toaster. Let's look at Mr. They're saying this isn't doing too good. I think that's a little bit. I mean, it's done a lot, and it's trying to come back up a little bit. So maybe it was a little ahead of schedule there. But I don't think there's anything too bad there. But yeah, I mean, when we look at Ethereum here, and the ETH trade I'm in is a short. I mean, when we, you can't ignore it. Bear div. I mean, it does look like you may come back down to these points, 3,600 or whatever. These spider lines usually don't mess around too much. We could easily break up and finally get up to 5,000 old all-time highs. ETH did not make a new all-time high last time. It was 1,400. We didn't hit that true new all-time high until January. January kind of messed with this. You didn't even get close until January, and then you kept going. So it took some time. Where we are right now is December 5th, so maybe a little bit of a pullback then continuing. I mean, if we're right there, regardless, I mean, I think we're not going to pull back that much, I don't think, but we're going to pull back enough to scare some people. Hopefully you're right, Marco. And what are we going to pump to? 47? Maybe we will, just the excitement of the month, where we are in the cycle. But it did take time before we got up to that old all-time high. So, yeah. And Bitcoin's coming down a bit there. What's up, James? 100K feels like the 30K in January. I thought January got up to, hold on. Where was January of 21? January of 21 was 40K, not 30K. So yeah, if this 100K is like that, that would be the argument for most of your bull runs over, and you're only going to get up to 130, 140 in 25, which could be possible. That's kind of my low end. But yeah, appreciate you, Eric. Retracement will arrive when ETH gets close to all-time high. So that could be in a few weeks that we see the retracement. We'll see what happens. But I think in the short term, you could come down more. Maybe I'm wrong. But look at these goddamn funding rates, guys. I mean, we want to... Look at these funding rates. Are just insane here. Indicative of a potential pullback. So, yeah. By the way, guys, if you're interested in trading, 10% bonus cash back. I think it's up to $500 or $1,000 on BYDFI. In addition, there's a trading competition. In addition, only with my link down below, you get 10% off your trading fees for life. Same promo with 10% off your trading fees for life. You can see it right here. In addition, 10% cash back up to $3,000. That ends in 4 days, December 9th. So check it out. Links down below if you guys are interested. Those are the two best exchanges to use for non-KYC, non-VPN right now, in my opinion. But yeah. So if you don't believe it'll go up, yeah, I mean, that's where we would. I'm just trying to think that scenario where, let's say, maybe you get up to 120 or something by January, let's say. Maybe not. But let's say then you get your January correction, maybe down to 80 or something. And then a lot of 25 would be, boringness. And then maybe towards the middle to end, then you get that 150, 160, that area. Or in the more, bearish of circumstances, you're 150 by the end of next year. It's possible. But either way, we know for Bitcoin, most likely we're over halfway done with this. So yeah. Fear and greed at 85, yeah. Well, I think it'll retrace a little bit. I think we need to flush out some of these longs, some of these degenerate longs here, but maybe I'm wrong. 100K will bounce. Yeah. Converting Bitcoin into ETH makes a lot of sense here, I think, especially around with this chart. I want to look at others versus Bitcoin, which probably has gone down a little bit. Starting to come down a little bit, which is good if you're trying to buy alts. I mean, for obvious reasons, they're converting Bitcoin into alts. So, I mean, like I've looked at this in the past quite a few times. If we look here, let's draw a, potential points where we could, that's the old all-time high for this. And then if we can, this generally goes up against Bitcoin. So, I mean, how much can this, wrong one. How much can this outperform Bitcoin by? Here was 600%. I would say maybe half that, 300, my guess, maybe less. I would say at this point, once you hit this point, that's about your average alt, if you could get 100%, you're doubling your Bitcoin holdings. So if you got 1 Bitcoin and converted into alts, you convert that back, you have 2 Bitcoin. And then, so there's a lot there. Let's see. Correction will happen around Christmas. Absolutely possible. Let's see. I see. Okay, let's look at those. Big points, like we were talking about yesterday. Big points. Now, do we jump through this? Your money flow in your 2 days decent. There's some arguments to make that we're just going to push through to $39. You'll eventually get there. Short term, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's not that bad, though. I kind of feel like you could keep going on this one. Drift, I'm not too familiar with this one, but it's a new guy. I could see with that money flow running back up to $3 or something. Actually, I want to move. Let me just move this over here, actually. Yeah. Let's see. Crown is the go. Okay, so Eric Crown last night says this cycle will be short with Bitcoin topping in March. Do I follow Eric Crown? On and off, yeah. I mean, whenever you said the cycle would be short, in previous cycles you were wrong. They've all been about the same or around that area. So I think most of the move could be done by March. If we're at freaking 130K or more by March, I think most of the move is probably done. Just like most of the move was done last March in the cycle. Let's look at what it was last March of 2021. Most of that goddamn move was done. Look at that. We were at essentially 60K. Yeah, you were at 60K in March. Most of that move was done. So if you're doing it like that, but, let's go back another 4 years before that, 2017, you would have been dead in the water in March. I mean, you would have been missing a lot. So if it's like this, it's going to be more extended. You missed 16x there. But I mean, it's still you got 200. Let's see if you got out there. What you would have, where was March? Okay, so you would have got a 4 or 5x or whatever. I don't know. I don't have any ETH. Should I get some? But for selling in March, or based on those theories, if Bitcoin's high enough where it's like if it's at 130, 140K, and you already made that life-changing wealth, that could be a good place to get out or convert to some safer assets, less volatile assets. You don't have any ETH. Should you get some? I mean, the thing there is it really depends. Like, do you have altcoins? I mean, a lot of things probably will outperform ETH. It depends how much risk you want to take. Will Cardano continue to outperform ETH? Maybe. Good likelihood. Well, Atom's okay. That's probably not the best example, but will Matic? Some of these can outperform ETH. Maybe they come down more, but some of them can. ETH would be the safer bet. I'm just trying to think some things. What are altcoins? I mean, even ApeCoin. No, actually, it's not too degen. Solana. Actually, some of these, it's it's hard to say there. I'd probably rather buy ETH than Solana right now. But I do think, to answer your question, yes, not financial advice, but yes, you probably should get some ETH if the 4-year cycle holds up. Unless you really think ETH is garbage. But yeah. Um, um, let's actually look. That's a good. I've never looked at that chart, but let's see. Is it just? Great sign for the pump to continue. I don't know if that's always the case, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right. Huge amounts of stablecoin being printed. I don't know the reference on this. Evan, is there a correlation between certain patterns and the wick they create? For example, a bull flag pattern stronger than a bullish wedge. It depends. I mean, I don't know the exact statistic on that. It wouldn't be that much stronger. I just know that most likely those things do break upward. I'm not the, biggest traditional TA guy, but I would say bull flag usually is a little stronger. Another 2-peak cycle. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. I think it might be more of just gradual like this rather than, I mean, there was this peak in June of, well, I mean, that was a big peak there, June of 17, and then September, and then, yeah, I don't know. We could look at Solana. I looked at those other ones. Solana looks like it could come up a bit more here, maybe up to 2, yeah, to that area. What's up, Satoshi? Litecoin. Didn't that one go crazy recently? Yeah. I think it will eventually hit a 200 target there. Maybe even get up to all-time highs. We'll see, though. When funding rates reach these levels within a few days, generally, Remy. It's not always, but within usually a few days. Or the day of. For that, to answer your question, yeah, within a few days. FMT. Oh, do you mean FTM? Hard to say. I would just DCA it. I mean, that could break upward to all-time high for all we know. Thing here, yeah, now you're getting that wick. I mean, do we break above this area? I don't know. Really hard to say. But I do think we may see a bit of a correction. That 4-hour, the 3-hour right there. So, YFI? Yeah, I mean, I'm bullish on a lot of stuff, man. Potentially jump. I think this will eventually jump up to maybe 30K. I don't know. It's very highly priced. Bitcoin reserve bill passes daily Bybit. Do I see that? I think that could be, once they do buy it, I think that could be kind of where price is already factored in. We'll see. I don't know if that's going to happen in 25, though. That could be what kind of brings up the next cycle. I think the cycle will generally stay the same for this decade. I think next decade could be a bit disappointing, though. Undo. I mean, generally, any asset or any asset class only lasts 2 decades. Then you have a bad decade in between there. That's what I would kind of guess. Undo, let's see right there. I think you'll generally keep going. Maybe a little pullback, then get up to $3 or something. I don't know if you're going to go down that low. You probably might. I don't know. It's hard to say. For that one, let's see. Appreciate you, Dr. Stone. Others in general? That's actually a good question. Let's see. Generally still pretty good. You could see a little pullback in between, but generally still pretty good. I think you're probably at least going to, make that new all-time high, within the next year, and then hopefully get up to over $1 trillion market cap. So, yeah. I don't know if Bitcoin dominance will continue to drop, though. I think it could generally continue to go up a little bit more, man. I don't know, though. I think Bitcoin could take the wheel for the next couple weeks. Tesla versus Micro. That's an interesting. Yeah, if you're looking at which stock to buy, let's see. I don't know. That's tough. I think maybe Tesla, because MicroStrategy's come up so much. Maybe Tesla will take the spotlight away. We looked at ICP. I think it'll eventually break up to $38. I looked at, did I look at Cardano today? I don't think I did. I think Cardano is eventually going to get up to $2.25. Trigger wave right there. Tomorrow is unemployment rate. That's why we are retracing a bit. If it's not terrible, the rally will continue. We'll see. We'll see how it is. The other thing, too, that would kind of be, if unemployment's bad, this will keep going down, the yields. And this looks like they will keep going down. So maybe unemployment's a little worse than expected, I think. Maybe. I could be wrong, but maybe. There's a TLT. Yeah, these look bullish, very bullish. So, if these continue forward, then you would likely see the freaking unemployment rate not be too good. Or at least, see inflation numbers better. I think Bitcoin will take the wheel. If history repeats, Bitcoin will generally take the wheel for the next few weeks. That's what I think. So a slow DCA from Bitcoin or USD, well, not as slow, a DCA over the next 4 weeks for alts makes the most sense. Let's look at what Munape's at 4 ETH, 15.5K. Bored Apes, 84K. So high numbers. What has been traded? Bored Ape Kennels, 4,600. So yeah, not half bad. Not half bad. And then ApeCoin's probably down a little bit at the moment. Yeah, still $2 a pop, so not terrible. You're back to not yearly highs, but December 23 numbers. Hopefully we can get up to, we were up to 216, 250. And then, out of your big kind of area here, this would be the big, as I've talked about too much probably, the big target brings you back up to like $5. So, yeah. Big dog coin, Wi-Fi. I think it could do well. Yeah, potentially. I looked at that. Not too much happening. Oh, let's see what's doing the best in terms of coins. Jasmy WorldCoin. I've heard some okay things about. Or was it? Yeah, World. I think, yeah. That I've heard some decent things about. And I think that could get it back up to all-time highs, potentially. DeFi coins. But gaming. Old gaming coins. Still not up to yearly highs, but trying to fight back a little bit. Let's see here. Ski mask dog. I don't know what. Yeah, it's a little bit too new. Who knows? Tough to say. What was the other? Oh yeah, just dog. Dog to the moon. Trying to fight back a little bit. What about Ordy? Ordinals have been fighting back a little bit, yeah. Definitely fighting back. I mean, there's probably a 70-80% correction right there, and then, yeah. But trying to fight back. Oh, what'd I do? Yeah. And market is coming back down a little bit. So I think it's going to be tough to jump up to 4,700 immediately with the funding rates looking the way they are. I'm not saying it can't happen. Anything could happen, but I think in all likelihood we'll see a little bit downward to balance out the funding rates. Like, this is a huge area we're hitting. You know, that top right there, that's going to be huge. So, you know, I don't know if we're going to jump up to old all-time highs just immediately. That may be a January thing. We'll see. Could be wrong. Let's see what else is stacks near. Let's look at that hype one. That's been popping up. That's a new one. Yeah. I don't know anything about this, but doesn't seem extremely toppy yet. Probably could keep going a little bit. By the way, guys, if you want to check out the Discord where I post these trades ahead of time, a lot of really good trades in there. Me, Nightshade, K-Max, a lot of really good analysts, sort of really good people in there. Check out the link down below, first link down below. If you want one free month in the VIP channels, the Aldo Empire VIP channels, if you sign up to BYDFI or BloFin and deposit at least $100, or Bybit down below as well, deposit at least $100, I'll give you one free month in there. Just open a support ticket with your UID info. You just open the support ticket here. You could also pay in crypto. There's a discount if you pay in crypto for the yearly. We did a Black Friday deal that ended recently, but yeah. So yeah. Check it out. Okay, so Render had it doing well. And yeah, I was talking about this. You know, I think you're eventually going to get up to that 17, so, and maybe more, maybe even $30. 3x from here, I think, could be definitely possible. So yeah. And people have been talking about Hood. Let's see how that's done. Old all-time high. I would assume some consolidation, and everybody's talking about it. What would you have gotten if you got in anywhere, right? Yeah, 300%, man. Pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. Old all-time high was 82, so you got another double potentially by the end of next year. But yeah. Oh, come on, I got something in my eye. Ooh. Oh, appreciate you, Jason Casper. How's Jason Casper? Man, you didn't have to do that. I really appreciate that super chat. I'll get you back when I get a chance. Something in my eye. But yeah, shout out to Jason Casper. Check him out if you guys have not already. I got to show your channel for that super chat, man. Really appreciate you. We got to get a collab in. I got to get you on. But yeah, shout out to Jason Casper, one of the best, if not the best, crypto scalper, plunger wearing analysts out there. 140K subscribers. The man really shows you a lot to do with life, farming, all that good stuff. Really is a machine. I mean, so check him out if you guys are want another channel to check out. Look at this, just unstoppable. I gotta buy a damn treadmill desk, making me making me feel lazy here. Unstoppable, really unstoppable. So yeah, deja vu. Jason Casper is back. Jason Casper never left, guys. Jason Casper never left. So yeah, appreciate you, Satoshi Nakamoto. Man, what should we ask Jason Casper? I don't want to ask like just the common stupid questions everybody has, like where's Bay? You know what I mean? Oh man, that's the hard question I'll ask. Will ETH just jump up to old all-time highs, or do we see a little retracement here before then? But yeah, Jason Casper does not take days off. I look so lazy compared to Jason Casper. I'm just, I've spent the last few months living in Asia, but now I'm back in Miami. A shout out to Plan E, 100K. Yeah, so we hit that milestone. I don't know. My guess here, I could be wrong. My guess here is that we'll see a little retracement, at least for altcoins. I think Bitcoin's going to take the wheel a little bit. So yeah, ETH at 5,500. That would be great. I mean, my guess for ETH is I think we'll at least see 7,300 this cycle, big fib level. I think that October could be a good goal for that. Maybe your 4-year cycle DCA period outward that I talk about in my completely free crypto DCA course, completely free, I swear. You need to put an email to get it, but I don't even send emails to the people that put in emails because I'm lazy. But that 7,300 right there, I think you could, DCAing out from like October to December in the 4-year cycle makes the most sense. Like if you were to, let's just see here, if you were to DCA out from October to, December, that would have been pretty voluptuous right there. That 3-month DCA period outward. Same thing here, October 17 to, you would have been DCAing out at the perfect time. That would have been for Ethereum. Now let's look at Bitcoin if you were to do that. DCAing out from, this is just one strategy. You don't have to do this, not financial advice, anything could happen, but DCAing out from October to December, pretty good. I mean, the end of it was a little rough there at damn 41K. And then, but yeah, 41K was not fun there, but yeah. But you still would have gotten out at a pretty good time. I mean, by New Year's, maybe, hopefully. I think it may take a little bit longer, but maybe we could get that. I think we need to clean up the market a little bit. These funding rates are absolutely outrageous, and they're normally lower on BitFi, but I guess that's not the case today. I don't know what they are. I didn't look at Bybit or whatever. Fetch.ai may start pumping. I think that one will eventually. I mean, advanced, super intelligence. That sounds like a fucking, excuse the language, it sounds like some kids like character, video game character. $3 I think is inevitable here. But yeah. Satoshi Nakamoto. So yeah. Let's see. So I can't move that. I want to do something where you could see kind of my background or whatever. But yeah. Bitcoin dominance going down, so we'll see what happens here. Some of the ones in Bali were cool, yeah. Yeah, Satoshi, some of the ones in Bali were very cool. Crypto.com trying to pump up a little bit more. That's been a nice bag that I've had. That's been a nice bag. I was trying to replace a shower cartridge. I got a leaky shower faucet or whatever. Not the faucet, that's not the issue with that, but the cartridge I was trying to get out. A little tricky to get out, but I think I know what to do. I just got to pull it with some pliers, wrench, pull it out with the wrench. Gotta pull it out. Oh yeah, Apple stock eventually gonna get up to that 250 mark, I think. Curious about, let's just look at like Apple versus ETH. That I'll take. I'll take that trade for ETH outperforming Apple. I'll take that. I'll take that blood diamond on the monthly. Let's look at the opposite. Oh, what the? It's yeah. I'll take that. I think it'll get back up to these highs. That's interesting here because it's I mean, it did make a slight new high. I think you're at least going to get up to that point against Apple. I mean, that's probably 50% up at least. Yeah, 76. So yeah. I don't know why I want to look at this, but like the ETFs, yeah. I mean, this is what's interesting with we started right there, and then we just completely came down a lot. But then, right there, it's not even, oh man, this could be interesting here with I mean, I know you could get the same numbers on the regular charts, but, if you're trying to maybe not keep everything in cold storage or everything in exchanges and, trust the big money that controls everything. 100% essentially would be your goal here, which would be a little under, that would be around 7,800. Yeah, 7,800 as of right now. So, but I think that 73 is just a huge area. Like, yeah. But yeah. Feel my lower to mid traps being activated here. Let's see. Okay, so that's going to be an interesting fight to watch. I am not an expert on any of that, but we'll see who wins. We'll see what happens. I don't even know who Ansem is. I don't even, is he in crypto? I don't think I've met him. I don't know who he is. But, with any fight, you hope nobody gets CTE. You hope it's, I don't know. You always like to, I mean, you want the person you want to win, but, for any sport, usually you like to see something more competitive rather than just a quick knockout. Big area there. I mean, I don't know. The alts, I think Bitcoin's taken the wheel for a little bit. You know what I mean? I think that Bitcoin's going to take the wheel. I don't know. Maybe ETH outperforms it here. We just pump up, but I think Bitcoin's going to kind of take the wheel. I think we're going to retrace the 98 unless we pump quickly. So, yeah. I think you're going to get to 37 eventually here within the next few months at least. Yeah. How about Filecoin? That's pumped as kind of expected, yeah. I think you got a good shot of at least getting up to, like, let's draw some more points here. I mean, yeah, I think that's going to be, you should at least get it back up to 57. Well, that's a big jump, but yeah, I think here, right there is a big point too, obviously. That's just a point where price likes to stick to. I mean, I would think you would at least get up to 20. Hopefully you could get a 6x up to 57 at least. And we'll see if this, you know, survives. Well, we'll see what happens there. Yeah. Fighting is not for the faint of heart. Which is pretty obvious. Yeah, pretty obvious thing, but still. So yeah. Oh man, this is an old chart for ETH. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you would usually on that 3 week expect a little bit of consolidation here, but we'll see. Maybe we just pump right through. I mean, I don't know. I mean, everything 4 hour bearish, 6 to 8 hours where it gets a little less bearish. 12 hour, come on, is where it gets a little bit more like continuation could be possible, especially with the daily there, daily green dot and the 2-day green dot. But we'll see. That may not confirm. So, and these funding rates are outrageous. So, yeah. The other one too, I was looking at the, what is it, Board API? Does Board API Club have a? No, there's just a mutant API Club fraction token that's in gate.io. I probably would not recommend buying that for obvious reasons. That could be sketchy, but you know, kind of following this area, do we consolidate a little bit or do we get, you know, a jump up to, I think you're inevitably going to jump up here. What was that over August 23? Yeah, this was, yeah. But yeah, the cycle continues. Cycle continues. Jump up there for Pepe, maybe. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's look at VeChain. I like VeChain. Let's see, we're at 6 cents. Oh boy. $1 is a realistic target? Probably not, man. Oh, well, actually, now that you mention it, let's draw some possible highs here. I mean, that would be insane if we were to get that high. Let's just be real, because, like, I mean, you're at freaking 6 cents. At 12x, I think it's possible. I think that's kind of the highest I could potentially see it going at 12x, yeah. So, I mean, if you were to put $1,000 in, you could maybe make 10 grand. I mean, you know, or 9 grand, let's say. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Oh, this? Yeah, two. Oh! This I have not looked at. E-gold. I think that's going to get up to maybe at least a double here. I'm curious about, let's see that Bitcoin evaluation. So trash until you got that monthly, well, not even a monthly bull div, but yeah, came all the way back down to kind of those areas, even a little bit lower. But if you repeat what you saw, the bottom was in November of 2020, same exact candle. then potentially outperforming Bitcoin for a while here by a lot. So yeah. I'll ask Paul about YFI. I'm going to see him soon. I'll ask him about it. I don't know much about that, man. I'm not the biggest fundamental person. You could ask in the chat when I'm on there about it, and we'll look at it. I mean, look, I think it's going to go up, but I don't know like that. Like, I mean, I could try to research it if you really want me to, but, you know, there's so much stuff to look at. I mean, I think it's weird at this price point. Like, it's a psychological barrier, first of all. I mean, can it go up 10x, 20? I mean, sure, but I had 300 million market cap. It's a little weird. I don't know. B&B, let's take a look at. So, well, I think it's pretty inevitable that we're going to get up to at least $1,000. Can we all the way get up to 2,000? I mean, probably I would think you'd at least get a double from here, get up to 1,500. Maybe 2,000 or a little bit higher. I think the max is 2,000. I really don't think this could go over 2,000. I think you could get up to maybe 1,500 to 2,000 would be my area. Just curious, like what we saw. Okay, so we exceeded expectations there. If we were to, just thinking from that top there to that, because this was a weird one. Yeah, you were completely. I'm just thinking how you would have. I mean, that was. I'm just thinking how you would, yeah, to even like try to guesstimate, you know, where we'd end up here based on previous times. Now, oh, that's interesting. It gives us a 1,100 target. So yeah. Just thinking here. Oh, I didn't look at Chainlink yet. What are, let's just look at categories here in terms of, I think there are there, yeah, categories on, like, let's look at, okay, we got proof of stake, layer 1. Is there a DeFi category? Yeah, let's see what is, oh. Does it come up? Or we can't see the. Oh, here we go. I mean, what has done the most in the last week here? Curve. Oh, okay, that's DeFi. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I kind of remember when people used to talk about Curve. I think Chainlink inevitably is going to get up to 28 next. Hopefully, it's done pretty well. About CRV. And that's had a nice run up out of nowhere. 400%. I mean, maybe break above there, get up to 3 something. So yeah. But Wild isn't even. It's not even a mixed C. That's weird. Oh no, that's no. Oh no. Wild. Wilder crypto. I think it can jump up and continue forward. Yeah. Let's see here. I think inevitably you should be able to get up to $1.80 at least. I think altcoins are just starting. Are you talking about Bitcoin daily volume area? I think it would be more likely to come down to 98 rather than. We'll see what happens, but ETH is coming up though. We shall see. Ape and CRO. That's a great question. So, I mean, from here, it's a few different. It's harder to say. Like, I think you got a good shot of at least getting up to like $5, $6 over the next 12 months. If things really get crazy, I could see old all-time highs. I kind of don't think you would make a new all-time high here. I mean, it would be pretty crazy to get above $20 again. For crypto.com, I think that one's a little bit easier to kind of distinguish where we could potentially end up. So if we here, lock that one. This is just potential places. Our low is over here. 40x seems crazy. Can a 30x happen? I think that it could be possible. You know, $1, you know, if you were to make new all-time high, $1 to $1.50. I think $2 is quite a bit of a stretch. A 10x from here would be quite a bit of a stretch. Could get there. Probably $1 to $1.50. So yeah. Bitcoin long from before and a new ETH short. Some of you guys were bearish or weren't too happy about the ETH short, but I'll take these high-ass funding rates. I'll give that a chance off of a spiral line and some nice bear days and looking bearish in the 4-hour. We'll take that. Maybe it won't work. Maybe this is where we jump up to new all-time highs, 7K, you know. We'll see. We will absolutely have to see, but yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think how you would try to, if you wanted to trade Bitcoin at the moment. I mean, let's just look at more of a short term. I mean, you lost VWAP. I would try to short it down to 98 maybe if I were to try to do a trade right now. But anyway, I think, you know, we're getting to the point where, you know, I kind of, not too much else to say at the moment. My guess is Bitcoin might take the wheel. I'm just going by previous years and all that, you know. That's kind of my 2 cents. I mean, I have a feeling unemployment tomorrow may not be the best thing, and that may bring the markets down. It may not come out too good and bring the yields down as well, which they're screaming to come down. They really want to come down here. And then Powell, you know, maybe sounding not so hawkish anymore, cutting rates more, and then, you know, bringing this down to like mid-3s, you know, by Q2, Q3 of next year. So that would bring mortgage rates down, you know, another full percentage points, and maybe mid-5s, you know. Render, I think I looked at it. I think that could keep going up. I think it could keep generally going up. But yeah, so that's that. And by the way, if you guys are interested in trading, pinned chat for the BYDFI 10% cashback bonus. I think it's up to $500,000 if you sign up and deposit. If you deposit a lot, obviously you can get a lot. And then 10% only my link off your fees for life. 10% off life fees for BloFin as well. And maximum 3K futures bonus. So if you deposit 30K, you get a 3K's future bonus. That ends December 9th. And if you remember, if you to open a support ticket in the Discord over here, if you sign up to either of these exchanges, Bybit, including all the exchanges down below, and deposit at least $100, I'll give you 1 free month in the VIP Discord. So check that out, that promo, if you guys are interested. There's also a discount if you want to pay in crypto. Check that out. These are some really good offers. They usually only do this during the bull runs. So, you know, get it while it's hot if you guys are interested. I always appreciate you guys smashing the like button. To reiterate, I think Bitcoin may take the wheel. I don't know. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I do think it may come down a little bit here. Unless things get really crazy and we do, you know, finally or get up to old all-time highs very quickly. So it could happen. Your funding rates are insane, so be careful with that. So yeah, we'll see what happens.